Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss with you one management topic, that is peak performance and productivity magnifier. कोई भी कंपनी में या कोई भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट का IAS या कंपनी का CEO, everybody wants to increase the productivity. So we are going to discuss with you about the productivity and its magnifier. According to research, out of total time we are devoting, only 20% of the workday is spent on the crucial things and 80% is spent on things which have little or no values. That means 20% ही समय ऐसा होता है जो most important things में spend होता है, otherwise 80% that is not too much valuable. So we should use our time techniques to avoid the distraction, procrastination and complication. We need to use the time management technique to avoid distraction, procrastination and complication. Time management and use of technology can help us to increase our performance and productivity. So we can adopt the 6 principles of basic time management. The first one we can say goal orientation, that is direction of the goal. The second is prioritization of the task. And the third one we can say planning and preparation. And fourth is delegation. And the fifth is meeting without distraction, and the sixth one is overcoming procrastination. So once again I am repeating the 6 principles of time management. The first one is goal orientation, then prioritization, then planning and preparation, then delegation, and the fifth one is meeting without distraction, and sixth is overcoming the procrastination. Based on these principles, we can have our time utilized in a very efficient way. तो एक एक करके I'll discuss all the points. The first one is goal orientation. So you have to learn the golden statement is the people are motivated by the purpose. What is the purpose of doing that work? The people. Suppose in Olympics or in sports, when they are winning the medals for the country, then their purpose is to win the medal for the country. So the most important thing is the purpose. Now we used to see that people are using so many things to just their time is getting wasted in various things like internet surfing or so many different kinds of things. So one saying is there that people are not getting unsuccessful due to they are not achieving the goal. The people get unsuccessful because they haven't made a goal. आजकल दुनिया की ये जो प्रॉब्लम है कि उन्होंने सक्सेस नहीं पाया या गोल नहीं अचीव कर पाए, तो इसका सबसे बड़ा जो प्रॉब्लम है वो गोल अचीव करना तो बाद की बात है, वो आज तक गोल ही नहीं बना पाए. The most important thing is they haven't made a goal yet now. So setting a goal is first step of turning the invisible into visible. Setting the goal is the first step of turning invisible into visible. The golden statement we can say that we have to ask ourselves the insight generating question for goal setting. We all know that 97% people, research already saying that 97% people with no goal end up working for the rest 3% people on the planet Earth. So, जो अपना गोल नहीं बना पाते वो दूसरे के लिए जीवन भर काम करते रहते हैं. So now, before setting the goal, you should ask some of the questions. आपको अपने आप से कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछने पड़ेंगे. What do you want to achieve in your life? आप अपने जीवन में क्या अचीव करना चाहते हैं? वाई डू यू वॉन्ट टू अचीव इट? आप क्यों उसे करना चाहते हैं? वॉट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू अचीव योर गोल? आपको क्या जरूरत है उसको, उस गोल को अचीव करने की? वॉट आर द चैलेंजेस यू विल फेस टू अचीव दैट गोल? एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज, who can help you to achieve that goal? So the most important 5 question you can ask yourself before setting the goal. What do you want to achieve? Why do you want to achieve? What is required to achieve your goal? What are the challenges you are facing to achieve that goal? And who can help you to achieve that goal? If you will be able to answer all the questions clearly, then you can establish your purpose and visualize your future achievements or future goals, how you can achieve that. The golden statement, we can say that if you can imagine and visualize it, you can create it. If you can imagine or visualize it, you can create it. So we can also move ahead. The second technique we can say GIST technique. GIST technique, that means goal, initiative, a scoreboard and transformational initiatives. GIST technique, that means goal, initiative, scoreboard and transformational initiatives. Goal, that means you should be very crystal clear about your goal. In GIST technique, G stand for goal, you should be very clear about your goal. Initiative, you should make efforts to achieve that goal. You should make the continuous, consistent effort to achieve that goal. Scoreboard, you should note down how much you have achieved after a certain period. It can be daily, weekly, monthly or yearly. Scoreboard जरूरी है. अभी तक आपने क्या अचीव किया, कितना अचीव किया, डेली, वीकली, मंथली, ईयरली, in whatever way you can just make, you have to just make the scoreboard. And the fourth is transformational initiatives. You should review and take initiative to improve your performance. आपको अपने परफॉर्मेंस को रिव्यू करते रहना पड़ेगा in order to improve your performance. So this technique drastically improve the productivity and performance of the employee or the people. The third concept, you can say power. Power, that means prepare, organize, work, evaluate and rethink model. This is called power model. The third is called power model. Prepare, organize, work, evaluate and rethink. So under this model, you can say prepare, that means set smart goals. Organize, maintain a calendar to track performance. O say organize, maintain a calendar to track performance. Work, take a strong action. You have to, because आपको कथा नहीं सुनना है. You have to make the execution and you have to make a speedy implementation. You have to implement the things in order to get the result. So the first is prepare, set a smart goal. Second is maintain a calendar to track performance. The third one is work, take a strong actions, evaluate and review your actions and the result. And the last is rethink, explore the improvement, because the scope of improvement is everywhere. So the third model is power model, you can say. And the fourth one is Warren Buffett two-list strategy. This strategy consists of these steps. The first one is write down your all goals and dreams. Write down all your dreams and goals. The second is circle your top 5 goals. You have to circle the top 5 goals and put your entire focus and energy on that top 5 goals and completely avoid the remaining goals. So this is the Warren Buffett strategy. आपको अपने गोल और सपने का वो लिस्ट डाउन करना है और उसमें से 5 सबसे बड़ी और जो सबसे मोटिवेटिंग एंड विच इज मोस्ट रिक्वायर्ड गोल जो आपके होंगे उसका लिस्ट आउट बनाना है और बाकी सारे गोल को हटा देना है. एंड द फिफ्थ वन इज जीपीएस टेक्निक. जीपीएस दैट मीन्स अभी तो मोबाइल में कहीं जाने के लिए यूज करते हैं. इन दैट वे ओनली in our life also the GPS should be there, in which direction we are going and what we are going to achieve that. So GPS technique is the fifth one. Goal, priority and strategy. Goal, priority and strategy. 135, 135. According to this technique, you should be identify your topmost goal. You should identify your topmost goal. Set 3 priorities to achieve that goal. Set 3 priorities to achieve the goal and design 5 strategy for each priority. Design 5 strategy for each priority. Once again, I am repeating GPS technique. Goal, priority and strategy. Goal, priority and strategy. Identify your topmost goal. Identify your topmost goal. Set 3 priorities to achieve the goal and design 5 strategy for each priority. So prioritization. All the things are depends on the prioritization. Now, 6th technique is equality is a wrong concept. We should not treat everyone equally. We should treat everyone fairly. So the concept is that you should not treat every work or every person equally. Rather, you should show fairness towards every work and person. You should focus and prioritize the work that gives more result. You should measure the impact of your work. The golden statement is, deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. क्या हमें नहीं करना है वो उतना ही जरूरी है कि क्या हमें करना है. So deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what not to do. So now the 7th technique is 4D. Do now, defer, delegate and delete. Do now, defer, delete and delegate strategy. So 7th technique is 4D technique. You should categorize every task work in one of the following. You have to categorize each and every task in one of the following. The first one is do now for high quality and high result. उसको do now, high quality, high result, high importance, उसको अभी करना है. Do now. Defer for less important work, defer. And delete for unimportant work, that should be deleted from the list. And delegate for less important work that can be done by someone else. So you have to delegate that work. So do now, defer, delete and delegate. You should focus only on do now task. You should focus on do now task. Now, the 8th technique is Moscow. The 8th technique is Moscow. Must do, should do, could do, want to do and won't do method. Must do, should do, could do, want to do and won't do method. This method categorizes task into 5 steps. Must do, non-negotiable task. Must do, non-negotiable. इसमें कोई चीज नहीं हो सकता. You have to do that. So non-negotiable. There is no negotiation in that. Must do, should do, not required to be done immediately. करना है but not immediately. Could do, optional. It can be optional. Could do, it can be optional. Want to do, that means desire. It is desired. And won't do, not to do. So we have to work on must do, non-negotiable task, must do. So we can say the golden statement, absorb what is useful, reject what is useless. जो आपके गोल में के लिए यूजफुल है वही सुनाई देना चाहिए सिर्फ. The thing which is useful for your goal, that should be listened by you. Balanced thing is useless. Balanced thing is useless. Now the 9th technique is eat that frog technique. Eat that frog technique. As per this technique, you should start your day by doing the task which is take up the most of your time or most of the difficult or most you can say that time consuming. So इसको कहते हैं हिंदी में कि उस फ्रॉग को पहले खाना है. We should eat that frog first so that balance we can eat very easily. That means जिसमें ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेसी है और ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है, that work has to be done first. This means you should complete the most difficult task first. This means you should complete the most difficult task first. So eat that frog technique. And the 10th technique is MIT, most important task. Most important task. That means in this technique, we can note down the 7 most important things and provide the ranking to all. पहला ये, फिर दूसरा ये, फिर तीसरा ये. So we have to note down the 7 most important things. Then we have to do the ranking and circle the top things. We have to circle the top things. And we should dedicate the next morning doing these 3 things. We should dedicate the next morning in doing these 3 things.